Huge news out of Barcelona just hours before their La Liga opener against Mallorca. The club has reached an €11 million agreement with Sporting CP for the full rights of Francisco Trincao, boosting their finances right when they need it most. Joan Laporta has also confirmed that Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford are expected to be registered in time to play, giving Hansi Flick a major boost. Meanwhile, Iñaki Peña is closing in on an exit, Fermin Lopez is pushing for a starting spot, and Flick has shared his honest feelings about Íñigo Martínez's sudden departure. Stay tuned because we're breaking down all the drama and excitement surrounding Barcelona right now. Barcelona have announced a deal with Sporting CP for the remaining rights of winger Francisco Trincao, who moved back to his native country in 2022, initially on loan, before heading to Lisbon on a permanent deal. The Blaugrana did own 50% of his rights until this point. The initial loan move consisted of a €3 million fee, with an option to sign him permanently and 50% of his rights for a further €10 million. Trincao has a deal with Sporting CP until 2027, but after returning to the Portugal side and following a good season, there was some hope at Barcelona that they might profit from a major sale to the Premier League this summer. Barcelona agree €11 million deal for remaining Trincao rights. Did Barcelona get a good deal? Although Sporting were intending to hold on to Trincao this summer, meaning Barcelona would not have received anything for him immediately, thus not aiding their battle to register players this summer. However, as recently as May, Trincao was being linked with a move to the Premier League for a price tag in the range of €40 to €50 million. Beyond that, it means Barcelona sold Trincao at a total loss of €10 million to Sporting, having spent €31 million on him from Braga. His transfermarkt value is currently at €35 million, which would imply Sporting received a 27% discount. That said, that valuation does not take into account negotiation positions, nor in this case the urgency facing Barcelona. Barcelona president Joan Laporta is confident that they will be able to call on star signings Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford for their La Liga debut against RCD Mallorca. The Blaugrana still have 7 players unregistered going into their first game as things stand. Manager Hansi Flick admitted that he was not happy that the registrations had not been resolved for yet another season at Barcelona. It has been talked of as a certainty that Garcia will be registered following Marc-André ter Stegen being confirmed as a long-term absence. Meanwhile, the word on Friday was that Rashford was less likely to be available. Joan Laporta, almost convinced, that Rashford and Garcia will be available. As Barcelona's players presumably rested ahead their first game of the season, Laporta was in celebratory mode, as he attended an evening with the Barcelona supporters clubs from the Balearic Islands ahead of the games. During the course of the evening, Laporta spoke on the subject of player registrations, as quoted by Diario AS. "I have to tell you that I am almost convinced that tomorrow if Hansi wants, Joan Garcia and Rashford will be able to play. This isn't a simple, easy job. It's a job that has one premise. First, love Barca and then fight until the end. This is part of our competitive essence, and this allows us to be more than just a club." He would go on to say that he believed that not only we're on the up, but that this Barcelona were set up for success long-term. Why is Joan Laporta so confident? In theory, Barcelona should be able to activate the injury rule to register Garcia using some of ter Stegen's salary limit space. Equally, a renewal for Jules Koundé, in which his contract may aid them in their salary limit calculations, the €11 million sale of 50% of Francisco Trincao's rights to Sporting CP, and the €7 million bank guarantee from the board, should all be added to their salary limit imminently if not already. It would not be the first time that Barcelona have gotten their calculations wrong though, or briefed that they would be able to register players before they are. Last season Dani Olmo and Pau Victor missed games due to registration issues, a theme of Barcelona's last 4 summers. On Friday night, amid uncertainty over their ability to register players, Barcelona confirmed a deal with Sporting for the remainder of his rights, which Sporting CP announced as worth €11 million, via MD. It is their second most lucrative deal of the summer, after selling Pau Victor for €12 million, plus €3 million in variables, to another Portuguese side in Braga. Player registrations have been a massive priority for FC Barcelona in these final days of the transfer window. However, with the team's first La Liga game of the new season now less than 24 hours away, things need to be wrapped up quickly. While various things are lining up positively, none of the unregistered players have been officially registered just yet. Fortunately, however, the latest update provided by Barca president Joan Laporta is rather reassuring. According to Mundo Deportivo, Joan Laporta has delivered a major boost for Barcelona ahead of their La Liga opener against Mallorca. The president confirmed that both Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford are expected to be available. If Flick wants, Joan Garcia and Rashford can play tomorrow. This means the registration process for the two new signings is essentially complete. Great news for Hansi Flick, who gains both a reliable goalkeeper and an explosive attacking option. Garcia is already seen as the coach's first choice between the posts, while Rashford offers pace, energy and a game-changing spark from the bench. The timing couldn't be better, as Barcelona know they must start the season strongly with 3 points against Mallorca. Behind the scenes, the club's ability to register these players appears to have been boosted by two key factors: Jules Koundé's contract extension and fresh revenue generated through a recent deal with Sporting CP. Meanwhile, on the goalkeeping front, Iñaki Peña's future looks increasingly away from Camp Nou. With Garcia now pushing to become Flick's starter, Peña has slipped down the pecking order and is expected to leave before the transfer window closes. That's according to Diario Sport, who point towards Iñaki Peña as the player in question. Shotstopper Peña is for his part of course widely expected to be on the move before the summer is out. Following the arrival of Joan Garcia in Hansi Flick's squad, the 26-year-old has tumbled ever further down the pecking order between the posts at Barcelona. Still held in high regard across Spain and beyond, though, a number of clubs are understood to have expressed an interest in Peña's signature with a view to the season ahead. And if the latest word stemming from the media on Friday is anything to go by, then one such club now appear to be closing on a deal for the Spaniard. As per a report from Sport, the option that is most advanced is that of Como 1907. Negotiations between the parties are progressing positively. Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick has revealed that he was left altogether unimpressed by the efforts of a member of the club's midfield ranks during the early weeks of pre-season. The player in question? Fermín López. Youngster Fermín is for his part of course currently pushing hard for a starting berth in Barcelona's opening fixture of the campaign. With Dani Olmo struggling for fitness, the assumption in turn is that Fermín will indeed be in from the off at Sun Moix on Saturday. And as alluded to above, this marks something of a turnaround on the part of the Spaniard. Drawn on the form of his midfield starlet during his pre-Mallorca press conference earlier today, Hansi Flick admitted, "Fermín López? He was amazing last season. During the start of this pre-season, I was not too impressed with him, but now he has improved a lot in recent weeks. He had a great game against Como." Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick has this week admitted that he was left less than pleased by the recent departure of Íñigo Martínez from his squad. The name of defender Íñigo of course dominated the headlines in Catalonia's capital late last week. As much came after word surfaced that, somewhat out of the blue, the 34-year-old was on the verge of bringing a close to the Barcelona chapter of his career. In the face of a big money offer from Saudi Arabia, Íñigo made the call to move on for one final payday. Barcelona, for their part, did not stand in the way of the stopper's exit, opening the door for as much courtesy of a contract termination. One individual, though, who has still not quite managed to get over the loss is Blaugrana headmaster Hansi Flick. Speaking during a press conference on the eve of his side's season opener against RCD Mallorca on Saturday, Flick today admitted, "Íñigo Martínez? He really surprised me when he told me about it. I'm not happy about his departure. He's a great player with an amazing personality, never asks for anything. He brings enthusiasm, strength and drive to the team." Barcelona star Robert Lewandowski has this week revealed his appreciation for the managerial talents of new Real Madrid head coach Xabi Alonso. This comes amid suggestions that the Spaniard could ultimately go on to become one of world football's very best in his role. Alonso is for his part of course currently in the thick of preparations for his first league outing in the Real Madrid dugout. After a spectacular stint on the bench at German outfit Bayer Leverkusen, the former midfielder was quickly earmarked as the ideal replacement for Carlo Ancelotti at the Santiago Bernabéu this summer. Alonso has in turn been assigned the task of dethroning arch-rivals Barcelona from their current perch atop the Spanish football pyramid. And as alluded to above, late this week, one of the Blaugrana's most high-profile stars has spoken out on the talents possessed by Real Madrid's new headmaster. Drawn on Alonso's name during an interview with ESPN, Robert Lewandowski revealed his take that, "So Barcelona head into their La Liga opener with plenty of movement both on and off the pitch. The €11 million Trincao deal gives the club fresh financial breathing room, Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford look set to make their debuts, and the squad is taking shape under Hansi Flick. But with Iñaki Peña likely to leave and questions still around player registrations, the drama is far from over. What do you think, Jules? Will Rashford shine in his first appearance? And did Barca make the right call with Trincão's sale? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Barca updates, and I'll see you in the next one.